And that is the limitation of the Ganifa approach to issues, national issues in this country. And Baba Alawa Kabashorun, to provide the opposite of that method by becoming the leader of that very important association, the Nigerian Bar Association, as president. The NBA is a very good platform, but it's been hijacked over the years by money bags, correct lawyer, quote unquote. Like Mr. Fusika identified, you want to become president, what do? You spend money around, you do disco and all that. And even the very best, in about 20 years after Akabasho, that's Mr. Pata, I am of the opinion that his relative greatness lies in allowance of two important members of his cabinet. That is Martins Aikoko and Kunle Edu. Incidentally, both of them from Warri Branch. And aside NBA Ikeja, Warri Branch is another leading social activist branch. All what we will do, buying our very fine cars, building our majestic offices, and all that, even fine bar centers, as I said, will collapse. And that has been the position of the radical agenda movement in Nigeria Association. It will, in fact, the country has become 75% of the jungle. If a senior advocate like Mr. Fusika, who could have been senior advocate 10 years before he became senior advocate, was a victim. This is the truth. I could say, I don't even want to go to court again except for very serious issues. How much more many of us who do not have that influence? The appointments of judges, of magistrates are atrocious. The making of senior advocates is atrocious. You know how to become senior advocates. I was in court today. I just left court, and a judge was interested in going on with a case where if you are sentenced, it's life imprisonment, and they have just brought in a new witness, just have the lawyer now, and the judge was interested in continuing. The poor lawyer stood up and said, "My lord, I've just been served now," and the judge wanted to railroad him. Everybody kept quiet, so I stood up. I said, "My lord, but we are talking of justice now." We called that bush. He said, "Well, where do I want to send? If you want to do alternatives, you have to bring in the minors, and so that they could do with them. But all the other lawyers will have to go out." I said, "I will go out." He said, "In the rain." I said, "Yes." I said, "Yes. That this is not right." I just want to use this kind of opportunity to appeal to people who have the mind of a Ganifa Emi, of Baba Akabasho. You won't know what this man did. To be interested in the leadership of the bar. And I was talking about Mr. Seyi Olawumi. It's a good time to speak now. It's a time to shine if you shine well. The country is really in a mess, and the politicians could have the audacity and the impunity of a Bulkachua, a senator, the floor of the Senate, saying, "I want to thank my wife for helping me to compromise justice in favor of my colleagues." And all what the NBA president has done, like one of our speakers is to write something and people are, what? I read the thing, with due respect to the president of the NBA, he shied. I just said they should look at Bulkachua, they should investigate the husband. What about the judge? What about the accomplice? The courage is not there, the interest and the passion for society. And I used to say, if this country should collapse, democracy should collapse, you will know that lawyers will be one of the people that will suffer the most, because they know it. The rich lawyers, the senior advocates, they know that since 1999 to date has been the most profitable for the profession since the beginning of time in Nigeria. This is the truth, because it's the longest time we've had with democracy, whether not stable or whatever. So you have so many opportunities, and you don't have a fused legislature again. Under the military, it was fused. The military is also the legislature, and then the judiciary was attenuated, and that's why panels that investigate someone like Fela's harassment and the death of his mother could say that the unknown soldiers what happened at the NSAS panel, that a judge originally of this jurisdiction could lead people to say that the government that set it up was involved in a massacre, would not have happened in the 70s, would not happen in the 80s. And that's why we should be more interested. And there are issues going on, and what has happened now, I said it 2 days ago here, or 3 days, I said, the NBA may not talk, even though the General Secretary happens to be one of us, but the NBA Ikeja should talk. We should talk. You know what has happened when I was leader here. All of you participated. The leader could not do it alone. We stopped what could have been a virus on terrible financialism, at least in southwest of Nigeria, by the mad antics of a governor, Akin Wambode, who brought almost 3,000 increment in the land use charge. Mr. Kusika was just left, called me, was not seen advocate that year. If that was a would be. I said, Shino. He said, yeah, that place they call my chamber. Are you sure I'm the landlord? I said, how do you mean? He said, well, I used to pay 130,000 naira a year on the property. But now, Akin said, I'm going to pay 2.1 million. If I continue to pay 2.1 million, I'm not sure I'm not a tenant. And we took it up. And the senior advocate said, you are doing well, but you put a horn on the head of the governor, your advertisement for rebellion. That is not okay. I said, I'm sorry. That is our style. The president of the NBA then, who would not call you, what's his name now? A.B. Mahmoud, another Mekai of Mahmoud, that one called me and said, Chairman, you are not labor union. That we heard that you are disturbing Lagos. The reporter, I said, yes. I should give him a report. I said, I will not give you a report. So, my appeal is for a few of us who will not let this priceless branch go down. Honestly speaking, a lot of times people will be calling and say, Mr. Ogunlana, when are you still going to bring the squib again and all that and all that? I said, well, you just wait. You just wait. But when you have a platform, we are not going to be doing ceremony. Tomorrow we are going to have a fine dinner and all that kind of a thing. But there's going to be a time so soon. You can't just like this openly. People will attack you. Must attack you because they are really, really wretched. And this is the time that the bar and the bar fails, the branch must never fail. My predecessor, one of my predecessors in the office, Mr. Monday Ubandi, led us in rebellion against the national body in Abuja. You are a stalwart. At a point, the leader wanted to falter. If one of us used a pregnant tummy, I forgot the name of the lady, to block the gate. Yes, I'm calling for a revolution. That's who saved this country. All this gentle way, personal way will not do it. And lawyers are going to be hacked down. Can you go to Sambisa Forest now and say, you have been well briefed, you want to go? Which judge will even sit there? You see what has happened. I want to tell all the senior advocates said, all the senior advocates in Lagos are not up to one MC Oluomo. Is it not true? No, is it not true? They say go to court. They are mocking your profession. This is the truth. And except you act on the powers that be, except as a platform, you act on the powers that be. So I would not expect the NBA Ikeja to just keep quiet after the NBA president. That has not been traditional. Our leader, Mr. Kande, said, we defied the national leadership. When Buhari was misbehaved in 2017, after proscribing IPOB, and the Fulani people were killing people anyhow, it was here. You remember that is what we said. We lost confidence in this presidency. And the NBA Ikeja will be ready as a conscience of the people. Under Chairman Omole, we were in Onisha. We were going there just peacefully, and the Onisha people just came out and said, NBA Ikeja. I think it was during the period of the protest against the fuel something of President Jonathan and all that kind of thing. Far away Onisha. Most of us there were you. Well, we know that they were hailing NBA Ikeja and all that. We must not lose that tradition. We must not lose that tradition. Akabashon we are honoring operated under a military president, a very vicious, extremely cunning, so deft that they call him Maradona. But it's still like a shining star. She was there when the mother, the wife, was telling us how $20 million was promised Akaba Shorun. And Bashorun just said, that man must be a madman. They promised the mother, the wife, something, and just said, is that man mad? Is money everything? But individual heroism is what I want us to go apart. Aside of that, this is a good platform. Building platforms are difficult. The leaders in the past have built this platform, and that's why we were able to succeed against Akpi Mambode. Everybody, that little player, that piece in the branch, rally ran and were able to do it. So my appeal is that everything they have said we aggregate, but let the NBA Ikeja not forget that is the salt of the heart of the NBA itself. So that people that the present leadership should go beyond Owambe. I'm sorry, if I'm offending you. You are doing very well, but you can do much better because that is the tradition. We expect to do better than us because you have been climbing on the path of the soldiers of giants. Even Matthias was the only person in Lagos who followed the NBA directive that protest. I don't know what the protest was, but you led us to Alausa. All the other fine boy German, fine boy, particularly that Lagos. That Lagos is a problem. It's a problem. Big for this, I'm sorry, but this is.
So you need to round up now so that we can take more comments.
They are about twice our size. They are the biggest branch. They have the money. They have the crowd, but they are not interested in social activism and redistribution of wealth and betterism. And we came out from there. And we must not lose that. It's not for individuals. I'm telling you, you yourself know that you can't go out early in the morning or late in the evening and your fine cash will break down. Even for your fine shoe, you can be kings. Our people are extremely poor and wretched, and we must feel for them out of enlightened self-interest. Not because we are able to, can you imagine now, you are making 70 years. All the other citizens will say, how many years do they have? 70, we 60. From 65 before to 70. And what and I think that they are really good judges. If 90 of them are really good, they won't be happy. I can mention Latifa Tokun. That's a very good judge. You know, you may not like but as a judge, that's very good. There are people that have gone there, and people that have gone JCA now. That's a very fine judge. Don't even give judgment against fellow judges in a land matter which government are allocated to them. So, gentlemen, for those of us who are here, who want to lead NBA Ikeja, after Olawumi, be thinking of the history and the legacy of the branch to help this country. I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr.